Hey Stars fans, it's me again. Yeah. I just wanted to talk about tonight's game, Anaheim and LA. Those were the past three I hadn't really gone over or talked about. Anaheim, loved it. I did Stars recaps on both the Kings and the Ducks, and those were both wins, both great. Loved both games. Those were two of the best games I think we've completely played all the way through this season. But tonight's game was a little bit different, right? I'll just get the frustrating part off my chest. So, anybody with, sensitive ears or doesn't really like to, hear swear words, please just sort of skip 10 seconds ahead. What the fuck was that? What in the actual fuck did I just see from the Dallas Stars? Okay, thanks. But anyways, the Stars they just gave up. I mean, simply no way to put it. My coach once told me, I think it was a football coach, he told me, whenever you win, take 20% of the time looking at how you won, and 80% of the time looking at how you could get better. And when you lose, spend 20% of the time seeing what you did wrong, but 80% of the time seeing, how you can improve or what you did, wrong or how you could improve. The Stars essentially did exactly that. For 80% of the game, they dominated. I mean, absolute domination from the Stars tonight is what I think coming out of this game. The only player who stood a chance against the Stars for the first 50 minutes was Sergei Bobrovsky. He was the only thing. He was the fucking acrylic glue that held together the Florida Panthers. That's really what it was. Anytime there was just, other than the 2-on-0, Roope Hintz flying in untouched. Or Jamie Benn and Thomas Harley, that one chance. Wyatt Johnston, again. Logan Stankoven getting stoned. Duchesne, 3 feet away from the goal, just hops over and hits it from the fucking, from the other side of the goal. He's a great goalie. Don't get me wrong. Great goalie. He deserved that fucking win tonight. He held it together so that the Panthers could come back. But at the same time, the Stars, they didn't lose to the Panthers. They just lost, if that makes sense. Sometimes you lose because your opponent is better than you or because you got dominated. Sometimes the refs skew a game the wrong way. And don't get me wrong, they had their fucking questionable share of calls, both against us and for us. I did not like the officiating in tonight's game, but I'm not going to be that guy. I hate to be that guy. I hate whenever people just blame the refs after every loss. And, they played a little bit of a part in the role tonight, but for the most part, it was just a loss. It wasn't the Panthers dominating us, wasn't the refs skewing the game. It was just the Dallas Stars losing. I mean, really, it's hard to win a game when you play like the Dallas Stars played in the last 10 minutes. It's so frustrating, especially the fact that, once again, I'm not a guy. I am not a guy to blame the refs. Fucking hate it. But whenever we are drawing stupid penalties against one of the best power plays, in the league, with 10 minutes left, we're just fucking doing whatever we want and going down, and we're getting scored on within 10 seconds every time. I think it was 44, 50, and just, it's just all over the place. We could not penalty kill Florida tonight. That's one of our strong suits, and we did not. Speaking of penalty killers, Yanni Hakanpää, Esa Lindell, Ryan Suter, I mean, I'll talk about the decor tonight. Here we go. First pairing of Harley and Heiskanen. I mean, Heiskanen, he's looked good, but Harley and Heiskanen both have just looked off. Not just tonight, but probably the past 5 games, they've just looked off. I don't know if it's me. Tell me in the comments, because they don't look right. I'll say Tanev and Esa, they played an okay game, but it was mainly Esa. Really, Tanev, he did what he could. He had one, I remember one bad play when he just got stuck against the boards and it turned over, but it didn't come of anything. But Esa just did not play well tonight. I don't really know what it is. Esa just didn't play well. Tanev played all right. Suter and Hakanpää both. Send them to Shanghai. I really don't know what to say. Like, of course, we have, been ragging on Hakanpää and Suter for their entire time as a Dallas Star. And I'm very appreciative. I've met Hakanpää, I've met Lindell. Like some of these players, I really like them, and I really just hate to rag on their game. Like, so just like as a disclaimer. Hakanpää did not play great tonight. He didn't. A lot of people, they're saying, Hakanpää, especially me, I was one of the people who's defending it and saying, I like Niels. I like if Niels would be in the lineup, but Hakanpää just provides so much extra value in the penalty kill, and tonight he didn't. He simply didn't. There were, I think 3 penalty kills? No, maybe 4, and they killed off 2, maybe 3. And every single time, Hakanpää, he's 6'6", and then he puts on skates. He's just a monster of a human being. He can reach across 18 feet across, from his side. He just has that wingspan of an NBA player. But whenever he's 20 feet off from the play, that is when you start to have problems. And look, I'll say it now. Yes, Niels does deserve to be, because the past 3 games, like that's the only defensive pairing that has really caused an issue so far is Suter and Hawk. Suter, he played an alright game, but just you can't really win if you don't have any I don't really know how to put this. If you don't have any extra value, he doesn't play on the PK as much. Like, he'll do it every once in a while, but he doesn't play. Doesn't play on the power play. He doesn't shoot the puck. I mean, really, the only thing that he does well is just sort of break up 3-on-2s. That's like the value he provides to the team, pretty much. And just positioning. He positions very well. The forwards tonight, they looked really good. Like, the offense looked really good. Duchesne and Marchment, they need to get going. There's really no way to put it. They need to get going. Robertson had a goal tonight. Pretty damn good. Joe Pavelski had one. Rope had like 3 chances. I mean, Rope was just flying tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if his expected goals for was like 3 or 4. He dominated tonight's game. He looked great. Stanko, Duchesne, Marchment, hell, even a little bit of Wyatt Johnston, just a little bit, have just been stonewalled recently. They've hit a brick wall that I'm looking in front of at me right now, and just can't get puck through net. Johnston had a tip, which was really nice. He, did well in San Jose. Just the past 2 games, he was there. See, I really hate to talk shit about these guys after a loss, because, these are some of the best athletes in the world. We have a really good team, but just tonight was embarrassing. I mean, really, the Stars should have to think this one through. If I had any say in what the Stars do next game compared to this game, it is really just changing up. At this point, call up Bork. And hold on just 1 second. Because Bork, Sagan, he'll probably be back next week. So we have 2 more games, the LA game and the New Jersey game, where he has a possible call-up to replace Dellandrea and Steele. Steele on the second line, he's been okay, but he doesn't have the offensive prowess for it. He doesn't have that drive that he did like earlier in the season. And Dellandrea, he needs a rest. Like, get Sam Steele back on the 4th line. That 4th line will look great again. And I'm sorry, Delly, I've defended you a long, long time. I love you, bud. But it's just, I've become tired of seeing you. I'm sorry, Dellandrea. You had those 2 great goals last year in the playoffs, but yeah, that's really all I can, attribute a lot. Like, he'll have a great game. I think last game he had just like a phenomenal game. This game he just fell flat. No real way to put it. Goaltending wise, Otter, he did really well. Like, he did so well. I don't know if the defense in front of him, just let it through, but the 3rd goal, I think it was, that he watched it zip by his glove. That one just looked bad. The 2nd goal, and, the 1st goal shouldn't have happened. Okay, whatever. That's Wyatt's stick above him. He can't really get that. or the puck was above him, the stick was tipped and it went up. Just so many miscues tonight. It was unbearable to watch. It just hurts. I really hate to be the negative guy, Stars fans. I really love to be optimistic about this team. So I will say, next game is against New Jersey. And do you remember that last time that we went against Philadelphia and we lost pretty badly? We got embarrassed. And then the next game to New Jersey, we just 5-1 mollywopped them. I expect this to be a 10-1 mollywop, 10-0. Just for the effort that needs to be put in tonight. Thanks for listening. Start discussions down in the comments. I'll reply to them. Thanks.